So we're gonna make super easy deviled egg salad sandwiches, which is basically like a beautiful hodgepodge between deviled eggs and egg salad sandwiches, both of which I love, and together they're better. So very easy. I'm just gonna run you through all the ingredients. I've got 6 eggs. We're gonna make 2 sandwiches. Obviously this can be scaled up or down, whatever you want. I've got Dijon, I've got light mayo. I also like Miracle Whip, but apparently New York City doesn't sell that anymore. So, and I've got sweet relish with just a hint of salt, and then obviously garnish for my sanguino. So I've got, this is whole wheat sandwich bread that I'll link up there to how to make this if you want to make your own. So let's get started, yeah? All right, I've got my eggs. Now I've hard boiled these. I'll link up there to my foolproof method for hard boiling eggs, so that you don't get any like uncooked bits or they're easy to peel. Yes, okay. So there's different schools of thoughts on these eggs. You can either like, you know, fine chop them, or you can just kind of rough chop, but I like a little texture in my salad sandwiches, so I'm going to kind of do a rougher chop. I'm kind of separating the yolks and the whites, not on purpose, not because they need to be, but because they kind of just naturally separate themselves, and I find it easier to kind of chop the whites separately, but you definitely don't have to do that. And I'm just gonna kind of mush this up a little bit. We're not really chopping it, we're just trying to get it to be smaller pieces so that when we start to mix it with the other ingredients, it kind of makes a nice like paste and it doesn't, you know, prove difficult. All right, so I've got, this is a bench scraper. You'll remember it from my pastry videos, but I'm just gonna use that to easily transfer my eggs from my cutting board into my bowl. And then I'm gonna kind of chop my egg whites. Again, I'm not gonna do anything kind of crazy here. I'm just giving them a nice, even chop. I mean, I'm kind of stacking my eggs a little bit, like 2 halves on top of each other. And that way I'm doing it faster. There's really no wrong way to do this unless you cut your finger. All right, so then I'm gonna transfer them, kind of turn them to the side, and then I'm gonna kind of cut this way as well. And then I'm just gonna give them a little chop like this, just to kind of get any big pieces I missed, or get them a little finer. You know, you don't want any huge pieces. You want like nice, delightful bite. Okay, so those are our eggs. 3 seconds later, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the yolks. I'm gonna move those to the bowl. We could mix all of the wet ingredients in with just the yolks, but I mean, I don't find the need to do that, especially if they're perfectly hard boiled, so there's no like stray bits. All right, so we're gonna start with our light mayo. I start with 2 tablespoons, and if I need more, it depends on the size of your eggs, how much it needs, but I start with 2 and then go from there in case it needs more. And then I've got 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, your favorite brand. I did a semester abroad in Dijon, so I have very strong opinions. Okay, and then we are going to add, this is sweet relish, not dill relish, ew. Sweet relish, okay? And then we're gonna pop that in there with any of its accumulated juices. And then we're going to mix that together. So I like to use the back of my spoon to kind of get the egg yolks to kind of smash. And then they'll gradually start to mix in with the wet ingredients, with your mayo and such. So you see it's already kind of moist. So we don't need to add any more Miracle Whip or mayo, because you know, you don't want like a wet egg salad sandwich. Ew, I just said that and it sounded so gross. I'm sorry. So we're just gonna mix that together. Make sure you mix it really well. The egg yolks are gonna bind the moisture from those 3 ingredients, and you're gonna get like a nice kind of, you know, egg salad. All right, so normally deviled eggs have like a little bit of paprika sprinkled on top, but I'm gonna put that in my mixture just for fun. You know, you can start with like half of the 1/8. They don't make any smaller than an 1/8 for obvious reasons. So I started with about half of the 1/8, so 1/16. Math majors out there. And then I'm gonna put a little fresh ground pepper inside, and then I'm gonna stir that up. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Super hungry, ready for lunch. What is up? You wanna taste as you go, season as you go, because otherwise, you know, you can't go backwards. You can't unsalt something. Now, our mix is done. Hooray. So we've got our egg salad sandwich mixture here, and we are ready to slice our bread. You can toast your bread if you want. I don't actually have a toaster, so I'd have to turn on my oven, and I don't want to do that. So I've got my whole wheat sandwich bread. I'm just gonna slice off a few slices here. Now if you want, you can butter your bread before you toast it. Yum. You could also put a little extra mayo on there. Whatever you like to do to your sandwich, that's fine. I find this is delightful as it is. So I'm just going to kind of take a bit of my egg salad mixture, put it on top. I mean, this makes two very generous egg salad sandwiches, so if you are, you know, if you're not into that, then you can, this would make 3 or something like that, but, you know. And then toppings of choice. Tomato, lettuce, whatever you are into on your sandwich is what you should use. It's time to try. It's a good thing it's lunchtime because I'm starving. It's a hefty sandwich that I made myself here, but I'm game. Mm. Mm. So good. Like all of the kind of tanginess of deviled eggs and a salad sandwich. Perfect. Mm.